Alright guys, it's 1 AM and it's time for some Warhammer ladder. So today we're going to be playing the Vampire Coast and facing off against the Dark Elves here on an old school Total War domination map. This is one of the early ones. It is Arnheim. Not a terrible map, actually kind of interesting with some elevation and whatnot. So, oh man, I just totally missed out. I could have gotten Queen Bess and just parked her up here on this cliff and just bombarded the low ground. Oh. Yeah, I'll save it for another day. But we are going to be doing bloated corpses. We have 2 of them hidden in the tree. So what I've done is I've put a very weak force up on the high ground. I have a couple of zombie pirate dickhand mobs. They're going to be advancing up and, pretending to play Objective 3, then being afraid. Well, the bloated corpses will sneak through the trees and try and get Objective 3. Aside from that, we got zombie battle line, couple cannons, Celestra, Lamprey's Revenge, a lot of the typical good stuff there. So let's see what my opponent's cooking with. And it looks like he is going to be playing the high ground. So we're going to move up. We're going to do a little bit of this. And it looks like it's a very clear-cut case of he is going to be trying to go after my ranged. And he's actually playing high ground. So Dark Shards, Crows of Cain, Sorcerers of Death, and yeah, man, he's gonna scout the bloats, isn't he? It feels bad. All right, anyways, these guys will move up. We're gonna be able to get on this objective, and what we'll do is we're gonna defend our cannons with can they actually see something already? It looks like they kind of can. We're gonna move the cannons up like this, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna call in Mourngulls to defend the cannons, because Mourngulls will rip up Harpies really quick. So we're just gonna leave them in the backfield and do what we can. Now up on the high ground, I mean, maybe the Harpies will attack here. I don't know if they will. We're gonna try and hide the bloats. Those are like the epicenter of my strategy. That's what I really want to be cooking with. He's probably gonna Spirit Leech Celestra here. Let's go ahead and put a little bit of cannon fire down into his Lord, see if he's paying attention. A lot of people will slip up on that, and you can get some good value there. So let's get you guys back. Move Lampreys up, and the Harpies looks like they're going to be creeping here. So we're just going to keep those guys on standby, and it's pretty obvious that they're going to be going after that. So pistol fire coming in. Celestra going to be eating a little bit there. So we do get this, we get this, and yeah, the inevitable push is going to be coming on top of my artillery there. And the fact that their Lord got brought low like that is very nice out of the gates. All right, so let's keep moving up. And we're just waiting for the dive, and they're going to go. I would wager they're going to go all in here and hopefully feed us some goodies. So let's get the pistol shots to do their thing, and you guys move up this way. So let's get you guys right here, and you guys can go right here. And these pistols can shoot at the Harpies who are going to be creeping on the cliff face. And you guys, we just kind of chill back and play very cautiously. You don't really care too much about the Spirit Leech, and the enemy Lord is going to be getting cannonballed pretty good, while the 2 zombies can move up here. And Celestra can get a tide call over there if she wants. All right, so where do we go with the cannons? I mean, my opponent's going to be dodging nonstop. We pull back here. The bloats can go spec ops and like start creeping that way. Dude, if I can get them with some bloats, I'm going to be so freaking happy. That's going to be so fun. Sirens, I mean, there is a Spirit Leech on the table. This objective should go into our clutches right now. And it looks like they are going to come down here. So what we can do, is it just a Spirit Leech? I don't think I saw Buna. No Buna. Okay, so we can go Sirens, actually. Yeah, Sirens will be pretty good here. We're going to get Sirens out. You guys are going to go like this. You're going to park back here, and we're going to get some tide calls ready to go. Meanwhile, you sit here, sit on this objective, pistol, and Halberdier can kind of split the difference. All right, so my opponent is sort of watching, but I might be able to get the bloats creeping up there. We're going to go for broke. All right, so they are creeping through here. We're going to go ahead and get a tide call right in their face, which is going to do some nice damage to them, slow them down. And that was a really good tide call. Oh, chef's kiss. All right, so cannons can shoot you guys. Sirens are going to go intercepts. We're going to get the pistol mobs moving up, and it looks like my opponent is coming out of the trees with quite a bit now. So what I want to do here is get some Mourngulls and bring them over here to make sure I don't lose the ground. All right, so those guys got hammered. My opponent getting me pretty good there. Cannon should be able to put some hurt down. And now it is time to unleash Gotham's Reckoning. So we're going to get you guys up. We're going to get you here. And you're going to go right here on these guys. And we'll look back in a second. I'm going to do my best to capture all that, guys, but no guarantees. All right, so the Mourngulls are going to be coming after the Blackheart Corsair Handbows. Some of these guys are able to creep around, but overall I think we're in good shape. We have Celestra can summon her Knights Errant when the time comes and call it a day. Let's move these pistols in, and we just got to make sure that he doesn't get back to my artillery section. All right, so how are the bloats looking? Bloats are about to pop out. God, I need to focus on the battle. I don't want to like lose the game because I'm like so hyper-focused on the bloats. My opponent looks like they're coming in. All right, are we going to get it? Oh, yes. Go, baby. Go, baby. Come on, get in there. They're going to get in. He's going to get in. Oh, yes. Oh, there we go. Oh, all right, double bloat. You guys saw it. Holy shit, those units just got wiped out. All right, so now they're going to come for the cannons. And we can get you guys on here. We're going to get the Mourngulls to ambush right there. And Lamprey's Revenge are going to get the other ones taken offline there. Okay. So far we're okay. Lamprey's Revenge are going to farm those ones. We need to probably just get some scurvy dogs and move them up to help out a little bit. So we're going to get you guys to go here, chew on these guys. Sirens are going to go close the distance on the archers, and you're going to run away right there. Okay. So Morgul's have gotten in. Let's retreat them back a little bit. Celostra does have her Night Summon, and the Crabos are going to go Stabbo right there. And yeah, we farmed those, which is great. And now you guys can go move up there and pressure here. All right, in the meantime, Tide Call. Don't see too many good opportunities. Spirit Leech is active, of course, and the dogs have been able to feast, so we're going to move them up. Move you guys up and get the Sirens to chase down those archers right there. So we've got to be doing pretty good on value, I would say. And now some Cold Knights are on the way out. So what we need to do is get our cannons and start just hammering those Cold Knights, which is going to be excellent. And both of those pieces are now offline. There is one Harpy unit still lurking, but not the end of the world. So what we're going to do is get the Knights of the Past here, because Celostra could be going down soon. So we're going to get those, and we're going to get back on the tree line. We're going to get you to move up and just get on top of these Cold Knights. They have 100% AP value, so pretty damn good. And Celostra can do a Tide Call to try and clear off those Harpies right there. All right, so how are the dogs looking? The dogs are out. Did we let the dogs out? I don't know. Find out today. So we're going to get you guys back. The Knights Errant do get hammered. They are pretty good. And the Lamprey's Revenge can now move up and get ready to pressure a little bit. Let's pull you back. Call in some Fellbats. Fellbats are going to go jump on the Dark Shards if they can. And up on the high ground, what do we got? So we need to go over there. We're going to get you guys here, and you guys can go jump on that. Hopefully we're able to steal that objective. So he's investing a lot in taking that character down. So we're going to get you here, and it looks like my opponent's going to go after the cannon again, which again is why we have the Morgul's there. Okay, so Celostra is going to be in her natural habitat now, which is going to be the bushes. Those are Doomfire Warlocks, which is very good tech against us, but now we have a fair amount of good swarm over here too, and we can actually get some Barebones Pistol Mobs and move those guys up. Now let's get you guys up here, call in some Scurvy Dogs. So we have 2 dogs here, so we're going to get you guys over there. And try and get a triple cap here, which is hopefully going to be very, very nice. Fellbats lurking overhead. Let's get on top of the Dark Shards. Get you guys over here, and we need to get everybody all hands on deck to try and hold that objective. Well, the Fellbats, do we use them to go after some of these guys here? I don't know if they'll actually win that fight. And it looks like the Harpies did come back, so pretty unfortunate there. But hopefully we'll be able to salvage that with a little bit of support. All right, so you guys turn in, shoot these guys, and hopefully that will come back. All right, so Celostra may go down here. Maybe. The bats are going to be getting into the cookie jar. You guys go right there. And the dogs and company, let's make sure we can maintain that triple cap. And a couple of these dogs can come back. And are the cannons going to be stabilized? It looks like it is, which is excellent. All right, so hounds move up. You halberds move right here. Lamprey's Revenge can get up on the point, start chewing on these guys. And I think these guys can finish off those units there. All right, so Celostra is going to go down here. It's fine. We could just resummon Celostra. And the high ground situation is not amazing. My opponent does have a bit, and I did blunder my 2 dog units there. So well played to my opponent. Caught me slipping a little bit. Let's get you back on the cannon, and that's going to be back online. And we still have our value lead despite all the scariness back there. And we're going to shoot the Crows of Cain. All right, so bats can go there. Morgul's are still creeping back here, protecting what they can. Pistol Mob's going to move up. And Celostra is now down, which is a little bit frightening. Now, I'm up on points, but it is still a close game. Pistol Mobs hopefully take those guys down. Witch Elves really giving us the business over there. And we for sure just resummon Celostra. That's like 100% the correct play. And those guys able to break those. So let's come over here, make sure we can hold this if at all possible. Move you back on the point. And the Morgul's, what can we do with them? Do we call in Celostra again? She's not ready yet, but now we can get some Depth Guard coming out. We're going to get some of those homies moving over here to try and get that objective. And now the dog units do get on the point. Let's see if we could just nibble these guys down real quick, or maybe get those Corsairs. Well, the Morgul's going to be at the ready to shut down the Harpies. All right, so Harpies, we need to shut them down. Let's get the cannon back online. And what do we want to be shooting at? High ground fight, how is it looking for us? Actually, not terrible. Witch Elves are going to be an issue, but next up we summon Celostra, which is going to be very nice because we're going to get another dog summon. That side we do stabilize. Bats are trying. Morgul's clear those guys out. Depth Guard need to get over here. And is that cannon going to live? Most likely not. So now we get Morgul's up. We're going to shoot into the Crows of Cain. Lamprey's Revenge doing it. High ground's looking good. Still a close match, though, man. Close little match. The doggy unit's going to get nailed over here, so let's see if we can get them away. A couple little blunders here and there, but nothing like too disastrous. That's hopefully going to cost us the game. Bats chase you guys down. You guys get over here. Fortunately, yeah, it looks like my opponent might have their clutches on that point. Do we have any Vanguard call-ins? We do not. Definitely Celostra, because the Knights Errant summon is going to be super good. So let's shoot the Crows of Cain. Shoot you with the cannon, and hopefully we can knock those Crows of Cain offline. All right, high ground objective. Are we going to be able to hold this? It's a little bit sketchy with the Witch Elves here. Let's move these Pistol Mobs back, move you guys into combat, move you guys back here. And the Morgul's versus a bunch of spears. Are they going to be able to get that? I don't know. Let's see. So in the back, I do probably want to save this cannon, so I think we're going to slow down Celostra's resummon to get some Scurvy Dogs to hunt that down. That cannon looks like it's in very precarious shape. And we do get the Crows of Cain offline. Let's recrew the cannon. And there we go. All right, so we're going to start shooting these guys. And it looks like that was worth it, just barely. As the Crows of Cain do get broken up, Depth Guard going to get on the point, should be able to get that one back. And now my opponent is going to secure the high ground, and we just kind of focus our efforts down here. All right, so despite all the diving and the Lord sniping, we're in decent shape. We could hide these dogs in the trees, see what we can get done with that. Depth Guard and company should be able to close that one out. Lamprey's Revenge is going to be incredibly good against the Witch Elves that are coming up, so not too concerned about that. But now we get Slauster back, and we can go use all that one's magic, just like spam the Tide Calls, all that goodness. All right, you go right there, although no, right there into the Cold Knights. Cold Knights will get countered by the Depth Guard really, really hard, though, so totally okay with that. All right, a couple dogs are lurking. If my opponent tries to dive here, we're going to be able to intercept them with the doggies. We are up at 1,000 points right now. Let's get you guys in there. And you pistol mobs need to move up on that objective. And it looks like another Spirit Leech on Celestra. I mean, it's something. It's certainly something. All right, so that point goes to us. We got Depth Guard hanging out over there. Pistol mobs are coming. And can we get any more pistol mobs there? We can't. So all right, let's move all you guys up. We're going to get the pistol mob to shoot right here. And you're going to go up there. And do we want to summon the Knights Errant this close? Lampreys need to get back. Halberds need to get on top of you. Pull the Lampreys back. The capture weight does go to us, which is great. And the cannon is eventually going to get the job done here. Now, everybody else rotate to the middle. The big cav charge here is going to be very, very devastating when we do get it. So let's go ahead and click here. Yeah, I think we got to just get them on the field right now. I don't think we can afford to wait. All right, so everybody's moving. Pistol mob's going to come up, and the big, scary Knights Errant are in, so let's get them in there, charging into these guys. And then we're going to get some Tide Call action on all these infantry that are coming in right now, which is going to do a shit ton of damage. And there we go. Very, very nice stuff. All right, so Doomfire Warlocks, let's get them. Celestra could get karate chopped by those, so we need to get the pistol mobs right there, call in some doggies, and have the doggies come in and feast. All right, so Celestra runs. Let's get you guys in melee. I don't want her to get mowed down by Doomfire Warlocks. It's very, very possible. Morgul's need to go there. Depth Guard get back on the point. And we are up on points, but not as hard as I would like. That is for sure. Let's see if we can get these Doomfire Warlocks down. All right, so the dog's going to come out, chew up these guys. Celestra, hopefully we can get some more Tide Calls in the mix. We'll see. And it looks like we do overwhelm my opponent here. Between the Knights Errant and the Depth Guard and Lampreys, we are able to get that. So now I have an opportunity actually to maybe steal the high ground objective. Depth Guard, yeah, let's get you guys, get the Scurvy Dogs to come in. I do take some overcast damage. Kind of just scorched earth right there, to be honest. Let's get the pistol mobs up. Cannon fire shooting into those units which are broken, and let's just shoot into the Witch Elves that have arrived on the point and see what they can do. All right, pistol shots here. Let's get everybody to go right there. And Celostra's getting close to going down again. But that's the thing about Celostra that makes her so freaking good is the fact that she can just... she's pretty cheap, and when she does go down, you get an extra charge for her Night Summon when she gets back in business, which is great. All right, so you guys go charge up here. Celostra just going to cast one more Tide Call and basically call it a day. Scurvy Dogs, go clear that off. And we are going to drop one more Tide Call on the way out against these guys and say goodnight, Sweet Prince. All right, so goodnight, Sweet Prince. You guys will be missed. Pistol's going to be shooting at the character here. Shoot the character here. Fellbat's going to be shutting down the high ground play. Scurvy Dog's able to secure this objective. And I have quite a Death Star here with cannons and other things, but what a well-played game, man. This has been a good scrap. And I kind of think I low-key like this map a little bit. I think it's kind of fun. All right, so what are we calling next? Double Scurvy. So we're going to not go for that objective until we get more Scurvy Dogs. 2 of them, at least. But anyways, game's over. Well played. I wish there was a typing feature in this game because my opponent played a really good game. Celestra got Spirit Leech down, but wasn't a big deal. She did her part. We got double bloats. You know, it broke open the top objective. They paid for themselves. 550 and 405. They paid for themselves. Cannons were a little bit mediocre, but they did okay. They forced my opponent in. And aside from that, the Depth Guard, the Sirens, you know, the Morgul's. Morgul's are very clutch. And Lampreys, of course, was a raid boss as usual. All right, guys, GG to my opponent. We'll see you around. Take care of yourselves. And that is going to be it for today. Cheers.